All right, gonna go over the truck. It's 1974 F-100 Ranger. It's got a 360 FE with a C6 3-speed transmission. Whenever I got the truck, the hood, everything was completely rusted. It's been the only real bad rust on the hood was right here in the front. That was repaired. The grill inserts have been changed. They've got Holley retro bright LED headlights. A little dent in the bumper right there. That's not perfect. The truck's far from perfect. It's a 50-year-old truck. It looks like a 50-year-old truck. There's little rust spots here. These are surface rust. There's no deep rust that I'm aware of in the entire truck. Yeah, a little bit of paint chips here in the hood and the cowl. New windshield wipers, new windshield, new gasket goes around. I've got the original chrome molding that goes around there, but they had a hard time getting that on, so I just went with the regular stock rubber gaskets. No rust in the wheel, the fender wells. Brand new tires, front disc brakes. I'm actually gonna put new front pads on today because they're a bit more worn than I would have liked. As you can see, the hood, because it was painted, I had the local kids at the CTE program for high school painted the hood. O'Reilly's didn't color match properly, so it is a different shade of Wimbledon white. Going up along here, I've got pictures of everything. There's little rust spots, but there's no deep rust around any of the windows, any of the sills. You got a little dent here at the top. Again, anything that's rusted or exposed metal has been treated. No bad rust, none. The trim, again, a little bit worn. Mirrors, just kind of is what it is. They're regular mirrors. Just walking around the back here. Again, you can see just light paint and stuff like that to keep the rust and stuff away because I didn't think it looked nice. Overall, I mean, the truck is an awesome candidate for a restore if you wanted to, because really not any dents and minimum work to do a restore. Got the original hubcaps on it. The exhaust comes out the side. Got OEM exhaust manifold with Thrusher glass packs, new gas cap, spare tire mounted in the back of the truck. That's not stock. It's pretty cool. The bed itself. So the bed had a lot of holes in it. I mean, you can see daylight through it and everything. So I patched those holes and did bed liner, repainted the inside. That's tractor paint inside, kind of tinted to match as best I could. It's a brand new tailgate. The tailgate that was on the truck was smashed in and didn't operate properly. This is a new tailgate, the original trim on there. I do have another trim piece for up on the top, but I didn't put it on because I think that looks pretty nice. I'm pretty sure that's the original bumper. I do have a wiring harness for it so you can hook a trailer up. LED tail lights, brand new mechanism. All the insides of the tailgate are new as well. Original trim. Again, on the bed, you can see where the been painted over just to, again, preserve it because I didn't like that rust. No rust around the windows. I think that's pretty cool, actually. You see, again, like wood chips and stuff like, not wood chips, paint chips, and all come off of there. It's been painted over just so it doesn't look horrible. This piece right here was rusted. The only rust, aside from the hood on the truck and the floorboards originally, were right here. This was cut out. I've got pictures of it, replaced. I think that's pretty much it, really. Again, just looking at, not much going there. See, a little surface rust. That's all surface rust. There's nothing deep anywhere on this truck. Didn't paint the insides of the doors. It's kind of kept it the worn look on it. I thought it was pretty cool. You can see this little, again, surface rust. Any of the rust on the truck has been sprayed and the converter, rust converter put on it, so there's no more rust. This has all been, any rust has been sealed. The interior is completely new. This was brown and ugly and nasty. It does have new floorboards inside. A little story behind that. I'll get that in a second here. The dash, it's got new glove box. It comes with a cardboard one originally. That's replaced with plastic. New dash pad. That's been painted. New windshield. Kept the stock headliner in it. I don't think you can lift this from the back. But yeah, new carpet, new everything. Heat pad put inside there. Regular floor mats. It's got the original tire jack. Not tire jack. The I can't even think what the hell you call it now. Go back through here. Anyway, we'll get to that second. So I have the stock steering wheel. I replaced it with this one. The horn does work. New. I replaced almost everything inside. The turn signal switch inside is kind of goofy. Sometimes whenever you turn, you have to manually turn the turn signal off. That's got to do with the aftermarket steering wheel. I've replaced that thing 4 times trying to get it right and fix it, and I've just kind of given up on it and just deal with it. I don't have an issue with that at all. New headlight switch inside. Everything works. LED lights all inside. I did replace the fuse box. So it does not have glass fuses. It's got, I replaced this with marine fuses, so they're bladed. Everything works great now. No issues at all with that. I put the gauges in. Aftermarket radio, Bluetooth, so you can actually listen to the radio in it. Change the speakers out. The lug wrench. It's got the stock lug wrench, the standard one that came with the truck. Everything's new in there. Interior is great. Switched out the door panels with black. They were originally brown. They look terrible, so I put those in. Again, this is a little dent. This was bent. I fixed that a little bit, but I mean, it's not perfect. It looks like a 50-year-old truck. The engine, 360. This has been rebuilt. Rebuilt it whenever I first got it. Story behind that. Rebuilt it again in March. New pistons, rings, and camshaft. Should be great. HEI distributor, so it does not have points. It does have air conditioning, although it's not hooked up. You can see, you've got the belt here, the compressor. They've got a conversion kit, so you can run normal R134A, but I didn't do that. It's got MSD spark plug wires. These are the best you can get. MSD spark plugs. Aftermarket vacuum canister, so you get extra vacuum. This right here is, I converted this from manual brakes to power brakes, so why you get the extra vacuum. Brand new windshield washer reservoir and pump. It's got a rebuilt power steering pump in it. New alternator. It's a brand new alternator. I think I put that in last year. Brand new starter. I put on new valve covers because the old ones are 50 years old. They were a little warped and leaking oil. So I replaced those, put an inline fuel filter in, make it easier to see if it's a fuel, if there's any issues with that. Vacuum and everything in there is good, or perfect as it should be. New battery. This right here is a oil air separator. You can run that to bypass to get clean air back into your carburetor. New horn module, new solenoid, new dual horn, and I've got a new voltage regulator in there as well. It's got a brand new Holley 2-barrel carburetor. I work for Holley, so I got a great deal, so I changed it from the stock one, which was giving some issues. Like I said, the engine was rebuilt in March. The reason for the engine rebuild is that I bought the truck in July 2021, and it was an absolute piece of garbage. I got it home and it was leaking oil and transmission fluid all over the place. The oil pan, the drain plug was stripped out, meaning the only way to replace that is to pull the engine. The valves, the rocker springs and everything were just garbage, just rusted out terrible. So I pulled the engine and was doing a rebuild. I didn't have time to do it all, so I had the help of a mechanic up the street help me out with that. And in doing that, he's a great friend, but not a very good mechanic. I wasn't concerned about cost so much, but I guess he's used to doing stuff on the cheap. He was telling me everything looked fine, that the lifters and everything were fine on it. Everything was great. Well, after he got everything back together, the lifters were not great. And the truck, the lifters were sticking really bad in it. So that's the reason why, and started having carburetor issues. This is about a year ago, I guess. So I went down a rabbit hole. I ended up buying 2 cheap carburetors to try and fix it. That didn't work. I rebuilt the original Motorcraft carburetor, and it was, again, just not working very well. So after I pulled the engine and just decided to do a complete rebuild on it. So that is a complete rebuild, new pistons, everything is great. The engine is, I think, as good as it's ever going to be. So no issues with that. I did keep the stock exhaust manifold because these are known to have exhaust leaks. So I didn't want an exhaust leak, so I kept that, and that's why I went with, instead of doing headers. So it's still kind of deep and rumbly, but not obnoxiously loud. But anyway, so that was the story behind why I did 2 rebuilds on it. There is an oil leak. It's part of the reason why I did the valve covers, because it was leaking oil and it was warped. So we're not leaking oil from the valve covers anymore. But I do think that maybe a small oil leak due to the rear main seal, and there's a little transmission fluid that leaks out. I think that's from I can't remember which seal it is, but it's the shifter seal. We'll crawl underneath here and look. I'll show you. The floorboards. I was talking about the floorboards. So my same friend who was the mechanic thought he was doing me a favor and put the new floorboards in over top of the old stuff. So this is what we're stuck with here. Again, the floorboards are fine, but you still have this old rust. So the only way to fix that is to cut that out from underneath here, which would probably be just fine, but I'm not messing with it, or to cut out the new floorboards. And I just think that that's just a dumb idea. So I don't see any purpose in doing that. So I just left them like it is. I'm not driving around in the rain, and there's nothing structurally wrong with that. You can see the frame and everything is great. No rust. I do have new shocks. So I put new shocks in the front and the rear. These are a little bit stiffer in the rear. Leaf springs are fine. Everything's fine. I don't have any issues at all with anything. This right here is a rear stabilizer bar. It helps out with the steering and everything, so it actually handles pretty darn decent. Again, you get a little surface rust, but no rust or rot on the frame or the body from underneath. As you can see, as I scoot on up here, you can see where the transmission fluid's coming out of there a little bit of drops here and there. Not something I care enough about to deal with. Whenever I changed out the training fluid last time, I put a new pan in there so you could actually drain it with the plug instead of dropping a whole pan. Makes life a lot easier. New shocks and coils up front as well. A little bit, old steering. Right here, you get a little bit of seepage right there, but nothing crazy. The Yeah, I don't know if you can see up in there or not, but yeah, a little bit of oil, a couple drops every now and then. Not something I give a heck about because it's not bad, and I know that there are no problems with the seals or anything in the truck. Everything's good. There you go. This right here is for overflow for the radiator. It's full. See, everything's good. New belts, obviously, because I replaced everything in the stupid truck. I went through everything with the electrical. Should all be fine. That was a nightmare at a point. That's it. The battery box. Put a new support in there for the battery box. Trying to think if there's anything else in here. The like I say, the lights, everything rewired. I can't think of anything that would go wrong. I can't think of anything that it needs. It's a pretty darn good truck, really. If you wanted to hook up the compressor or the air conditioning, there's a purple wire right here. That purple wire connects up to right here, and that will power the AC, the compressor, and that belt. So it's just a matter of measuring that belt and putting that belt on. I went through, redid this entire pulley here. That pulley didn't spin before. Redid this pulley, the compressor, the clutches and everything seemed to be fine in it. I can't think of anything that is not good on the truck. I mean, it's a really good truck. LED lights all the way around except for these front two. These are incandescent, and I kept those incandescent because if you don't, then because it's LED, it screws up with the how they function. It's got to do with the way that the power works. I only run, well, either ethanol-free gas almost all the time. If it's not ethanol-free, then I put the ethanol stabilizer in there. Again, the truck it's a great truck. I didn't wash the roof, but see nothing crazy with the roof. Good spare. Here I'll crawl up underneath. Gas tank and everything appears to be good as well. Here, the wiring mess due to the putting the hitch connector in there, trailer connector. Everything is decent. The gas tank is good. Issues with nothing. The truck is in really good shape. So that's it. Say I'll be putting a new front brakes on this evening, most likely. Like I say, I pulled those off. I did the coils last night, and it was it worked out really well. So new coils. Before the truck was actually sagging a little bit. Not sagging, but the back end was higher than the front end. That's it. There's nothing else to really talk about. My kids, my boy, he's 19 now, driving this since he got his driver's license, would take the kids out to school, daily drove it forever. If you say 3 brand new seat belts. Another issue is with whenever you go to start it, the shifter, due to the neutral safety lockout switch, it's got to be, the shifter's got to be perfect for it to start, because it'll lock out the ignition. Sometimes you have to kind of pull it down just a little bit, or fudge it a little bit. I'll just do that, and usually there you go. Give it a little bit of gas. Starts right up. That's it. I usually let it heat up to a little bit, close to 190 would be perfect. But you can start to drive now. I don't want to stall out because it's carbureted. Sounds real smooth. The timing and the carburetor probably need to be adjusted a bit. I tried the best I could, but I don't think it's right still. So that's all. That's the truck.